Hi and welcome to One Week at a Time. My name's Brett Burden and I had the privilege to talk to an industry group this week, and the subject that we spoke about was time mastery and self-mastery. So I know we've spoken about this before in the past, so I'm not going to go through it in detail today. I do suggest what you do though is go back to the episode where I talk about the time target and explain how it all works. But today I just want to talk to you a little bit about this particular area here, distraction. Because obviously what we're trying to do, of course, is get enough time and zone to be able to do the things that we need to do to grow our business. But a lot of our time's getting soaked up in these areas here. So how do we steal or claw back some time here to put into here to grow the business? So that's what I want to talk about today. Why do we talk about time as much as what we do? As business coaches, we do tend to talk about it. The simple fact is, it is the best bang for buck. There is no doubt that the people that we get to talk to during our clients, and when we first meet up with them, this is the area of their time. They're just not utilising their time effectively. And if we can help them redirect their energies in that area, we know we're going to get terrific results. So 70-80% of people who come with us, that are working with us, this is the area that we're probably going to start with, because it doesn't cost any money and it gives us a really good result at the end. A lot of the strategies as business coaches that we have and able to provide, they don't cost a lot of money. They do soak up a fair bit of time though. So that's why we're trying work in this area first, to make sure that we've got time under control. So I hope that helps answer why we bang on about this quite a bit. So I asked this group about distractions, what sort of distractions they have during the day, and it's the phone ringing, it's emails, it's social media, a few people suggested, it's people knocking on the door, asking questions all the time. So they were the four majors that came up. There's lots of others, don't have time to go through them all. But there's solutions to all of those things, and it's more about discipline of doing them, because what we find is with our clients, that because they've got someone there holding them accountable, they have to do it. But when I talk to industry groups, or when I'm talking to people like yourselves, I suggest these ideas, but very rarely will you go away and do them, which is a real shame, because this stuff just works. It's magic. So phone calls, for example, what you should be doing with the phone, if you've had that phone ever since you started your business, and every client and every supplier and everybody knows that number and has that number and just hits that button when they want to speak to someone at your business, and you happen to be on the other end, of course they're going to do that, aren't they? So what we need to do is make sure that that phone is passed off to someone else now. Your business is now matured enough where you've got some other people in the business. That phone should be given to them so that they can filter the calls back to you. That's a very simple thing. It will save you just bucket loads of time during the day. And the truth is, a lot of the time we won't hand that phone over is because we're afraid that they won't get the same service that they'd get from you. This is all about ego, and that's another subject which I haven't got time to go in today. But what you need to be doing, number one, is giving that phone off to someone else. You get yourself a new number, and they can call you with anything that needs your attention. So do it. I'm guessing you probably won't, but I tell you what, it works a treat. Emails coming in all the time. Just turn the bloody sound off, all right? Just so you're not distracted by it all the time, or close Outlook or whatever your mail client you happen to be using. Just close it down so you're not hearing it and seeing it, and just pick a couple of different times during the day where you'll actually look at your email. So this is a self-discipline thing. You need to be self-disciplined and do that. Social media, what can I say? A lot of people justify the amount of time that they spend on social media. And I think you'll find, if you're real with yourself, that perhaps only 20% of that time, even less, is actually going towards helping build your business. So, if you want to do social media, that's up to you. But you're very rarely going to be able to find the time to be able to do the things that you really need to do to grow your business, to build wealth. So, social media, up to you. People knocking on the door. This is a real simple one. So distractions during the day, sitting at your office, working hard, maybe doing a quote or invoicing or whatever it might be, writing contracts. People knock on the door. What happens to your concentration? Obviously goes out the window. It's going to now take you another half an hour or 20 minutes or whatever just to get back to where you were. So you're focused on their problem, you talk through their problem, and you get back to what you're doing, and 20 minutes later you're finally back at that same point, got your head straight, ready to go. If you have 4 or 5 of those distractions during the day, that's 4 or 5 20-minute blocks that it's going to take you to get, after you've dealt with that issue itself could have taken half an hour or an hour to deal with. Now it's going to take you another half hour just to get back to where you were. So if you have 4 or 5 or 10 distractions during the day, that's 10 lots of half hours just to get back. That's a lot of time wasted, isn't it? So all you need to do to fix that is put a sign on your door that says, before knocking, provide a solution. All right. So in other words, before they come through that door, they've got to have an answer to their issue. Look, this is the issue, but this is what I think we need to do. Fantastic. Excellent. Yep, go away and do that. Or, look, I probably wouldn't do that right now. Let's do it this way. But over a period of time of teaching and training these people, they will eventually start getting it right, and they'll start to know how you're thinking. If you're providing all the solutions all the time, they don't need to think. So you're actually holding back your business. You need to start providing your team with the culture of problem solving right from the word go. I'm not just talking about leaders, managers, leading hands, supervisors. I'm talking about everyone within your business. Everyone needs to be able to provide solutions, trainees, apprentices, and so on. So before they walk through the door, they've got to have an answer first. And over a period of time, they'll actually start to learn what the answers are, and they won't need to distract you anymore. So try those few things. They work. I know they work. I guarantee you they do work. Some homework for the week. If you haven't ever read the 1 Minute Manager books, I suggest you start there. But there's 1 Minute Manager Meets the Monkey is a book all about delegating, and it's an absolute ripper. It seriously is. It's good fun, and I'm sure you would get a lot out of that book. But before you read the 1 Minute Manager Meets the Monkey, you might actually need to read the 1 Minute Manager series first to get a real grasp on what it's all about. But I guarantee if you read that book, you'll not only enjoy it, but you'll learn a lot from it. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.